Kia ora. Daphne here. I'm just doing a bit of wild harvesting of Angi Angi, which is a real beautiful plant that grows, very slow growing plant. So you have to get it from particular sources so it's sustainable. So it usually grows on hardwood trees, old hardwood trees or apple trees and things like that, or in the bush. You'll notice it in the bush, and but you don't want to pick it from the tree unless it's fallen on the ground because it's so slow growing. Plus, it's like an antibiotic plant for the tree that it's growing on. There's a symbiotic relationship that happens with that plant, so it actually helps to protect it. Plus, it's also known as the lungs of the forest because it helps to cleanse the air. It absorbs all the toxins and all the heavy metals and from the air, so it is important for the health of the forest. So it's usually collected, traditionally it's been used by Māori and all over the world, indigenous cultures for a long time, usually dried and powdered and used on wounds, and it's amazing wound healer and it helps as antibacterial, has very powerful antibacterial properties and antimicrobial. So it's a really very powerful plant, but it has mostly been used as a form of for menstruation, because when you dry it before it's powdered, once it absorbs a lot of liquid, so that's actually what it was used for mostly, is like for nappies and for menstruation and things like that. I make tincture from it, liquid medicine. You have to use very strong grain alcohol to get through to the cortex of the plant, because it's a very interesting plant where it's inside the plant you have to get to. Anyway, so that's another process, but right now it's just we're doing the harvesting. Okay, so this is Angi Angi. This is beautiful. So this has fallen off the forest, so it's totally fine to harvest from this. You want stuff that's not too dry. You want stuff that's still got a wee bit of, like this stuff here is quite moist. That's Angi Angi. It can get confused between it looks very similar to other plants that grow. It grows right next to other types of lichen. See, it usually grows right next to it. It's very interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I'm collecting a whole lot, as much as I can. We're up in the Taupō region, driven up from Wellington, pretty much just to collect this because it's an important plant and I use it a lot in my medicine. It's amazing so it's called the lungs of the forest. It's actually a specific for the lungs, for lung health, for bronchial issues, for asthma, but it's also for the mucous membranes, so also in the lower areas for women, but mostly for the lungs of the forest. It helps the lungs. It's quite interesting when you take it as a tincture. Yeah, so I'm going to get into the harvesting. Yeah.